The No Fate channel, checking in, and all I want for Christmas is better looking arms, am I right? Today I'm going to be giving you 3 quick tips on how to improve your triceps. If you're wondering why I'm wearing this Santa Claus hat, well, it is Vlogmas, and I am doing 24 days of vlogging with my friend, The Gaining Ground. Yeah, he talked me into it because apparently I don't do enough videos already. If this is your first time to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. On this series, I just vlog, okay? I was hoping to get my GoPro out, rocking some vlog action, and when I hooked it up to the gimbal, for some reason the gimbal went crazy, so we're gonna do a one shot, and we're gonna just get it done in one take. So who wants bigger triceps? Everybody. I know so many people out there are looking to get better, more defined arms, and it's harder than ever because you're locked in. For those of you who don't know, many of my subscribers are Americans, and while certain states have gyms closed, I will tell you right now, England, gyms are 100% closed. Germany, 100% closed. Australia, most of them are 100% closed. So if your state is one that still has gyms open with restrictions, count yourself lucky. So I'm going to give you 3 tips for those of you who are locked in your home. And this is really just the tip of the iceberg. So if you are interested in more tips, drop a comment, let me know, and I'll do a more detailed version that doesn't involve a Santa Claus hat and a one shot where the camera doesn't move, and hopefully my head is even in the camera. First and foremost, triceps. So many people, they want bigger arms, and what do? They do curls for the girls, right? Sure, I get it. Curls, they're fun. You can see them in a mirror. Bob's your uncle. It's all good. But the reality is that tricep, that nice horseshoe on the back of your arm, takes up 60% of your arm. So if you want to have nice big arms, you're going to want to work on that tricep. And for you ladies out there who want that Michelle Obama arms, those sleek, slender, good-looking arms, the reality is you're probably doing everything wrong as well because you need to be lifting more weights. You think you're going to get bulky arms and stuff like that, but it's a complete farce. The reality is, the truth is, what we don't want to hear, but it's the truth. You got to do those weights to order to strengthen that muscle because muscle takes up less space than fat and it looks a hell of a lot better. So tip number 1, as I mentioned, make sure you're actually working your triceps. So many people focus on the bicep, again, because it's in front of them, because they can see it, because they can do that overhead double flex and all that, which way is the beach kind of stuff. You got to work on the tricep. Number 2 is rep scheme. So many people are doing it wrong. What happens is if you're a gym bro, you tend to go lower on the reps. You're trying to do like 4 or 5 reps, and that's not right. And if you're a lady looking to go with the more Michelle Obama look, you're doing like 15, 25 reps, really high-end reps. Both of those are wrong. When you go low reps, oftentimes your form is complete crap and you're not working the actual muscle. You're kind of putting a little too much body English into the exercise and you're just cheating yourself. Just how it works, and you're more likely to go to Snap City and injure yourself. Conversely, when you do those high-end reps, you're not really working the muscle. You're kind of doing more of a cardiovascular workout, and frankly, you're just going to be adding more potential for inflammation in your joints and injury. And both of those conditions are wrong because you can't train if you're injured. You really want to lift in the range of 6 to 12 reps. And I would even go a step further and try to say shoot for 8 to 10 reps. Try to hit that rep range of 8 to 12 reps. If you're going 12 plus reps, you're going too light. You've got to add some more weight. Don't be afraid of adding weight, but don't be dumb about it. If you're just barely hitting that 6th rep or even lower, you're going too heavy. Your ego is going to write a check your ass can't cash. Don't let it happen. Pick that rep range where you're putting in a lot of work and all of that work is right where you want it to be. Boom, on that tricep. Also, for many people at home, you are limited to the number of tricep exercises you can do. In another video, I can go over a whole bunch of home exercises. But today I want to talk quickly about the home bench press because a lot of people do have a bench press set up. And if you don't, all of this relates 100% to the push-up. Okay, so when people do a bench press for triceps, they do what's called a close grip bench press. And people do it wrong so often. And people do push-ups wrong so often when they're trying to hit their triceps as well. And what do they do wrong? For a close grip bench press, they put their hands like super close in on the bar and they try to go aggro on it. And that creates 2 things. 1, bad form. 2, you end up jacking up your wrists when you come down. Now, people, when they do push-ups, they'll do what's called a diamond push-up. It's the same concept. You're going to jack up your wrist. You're not going to hit the muscle as much as you want. and it's just going to be all sorts of wrong. What I do personally is I get a grip that is closer than my normal bench press grip, and it's probably just inside my normal shoulder grip, just inside my normal shoulder width, just a tad, just enough, that sweet spot. And that's what it's all about. Hitting those muscles is all about finding that bullseye, that sweet spot, dead center in the middle. Now, another thing that people do when they're benching or doing push-ups is that they come down and they make a T with their arms, okay? So picture your hands coming down and you make a T. So that's wrong because you're gonna jack up your shoulders, your rotator cuff's gonna be pinched. The other thing they do wrong when they're doing a push-up or a bench or a close grip bench press is they come down and they bring those arms like right into their sides, right? So they almost like just right into their sides. And that's wrong too, because you're gonna jack your stuff up. It's just not really working the muscle. And it's, again, putting a little too much pressure on that rotator cuff, and you want to be putting all of the pressure on your tricep. So what you want to do instead of a T is you want to picture an arrow, okay? So you want to squeeze your shoulders back, create an arrow with your arms, okay? So you're making an arrow, and you're just putting all of that stress, all of that workload on your triceps and your chest. And that's really where you want to be, whether it's a push-up or a close grip bench press. Work on your form. Now, for those of you working out at home without a bench press setup, don't worry, you can do a push-up. Now, I know you're probably sick of push-ups by now if you're in lockdown, but there's a few ways to mimic a bench press with the extra weight, and that's really what you want to do when you do these push-ups. Don't just do rep after rep. You want to really try to add that weight to your push-up. So number one, you can do, or you can pick up, they're still on sale, I think they're like 25 bucks, what's called the Perfect Push-Up. They're kind of like gimmicky, but I've had them, I use them a lot, and what they do is, for me, it allows you to do two things. Number one, you get deeper on your push-up, you get a longer range of motion before you hit the floor, and number two, it actually keeps your wrist nice and locked straight. So on a push-up, your wrist is like this, it's an unnatural position, and it hurts a lot. With the Perfect Push-Up, it allows you to keep your wrist straight and locked, and again, it puts more workload on the tricep, and it doesn't jack up your wrist. So another way to add weight to your push-up is going to be with weight-assisted bands. I know no one likes bands, but if you have a band, you can strap it around your back and you can add resistance. And believe it or not, those are very effective with adding a lot of resistance, especially at the top position of your push-up with those bands. Another thing you can do that I am a huge fan of is a weighted vest. Those things are so versatile, and I've gone on over and over them in my previous videos. Definitely, if you haven't picked up a weighted vest, pick up a weighted vest because it adds some serious weight, and you can use that for a host of other exercises. So, okay, so this vlog is already probably boring enough. You've gone far enough. If you are interested in more arm videos on how to get better looking, more toned arms, all that fun stuff that looks good in cameras, it looks good on the selfies, it looks good all around, drop a comment below, and if I get enough comments, I'll make a more in-depth video that's probably gonna be a lot better process than this one shot with the Santa hat. So Vlogmas is rolling on, and we're gonna do our best to roll out more content. Thanks to the gaining round for talking me into this, I guess. Or I probably should send him a whole bunch of coal for talking me into this, because I think it's gonna end up being a lot more work than I had envisioned. Hopefully you found this video informative. If you've come this far in the video, do me a favor, give this video a like, hit that subscribe button. As usual, thank you for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. The No Fate 24/7 channel may seem like a potpourri of review videos, but I simply cover my tricks, trips, and tribulations as I help you be great parents to your kids and still accomplish your own personal goals.